Hello friends, Sammy Graham doing TCGs yet again. Figured, let's change things up a little bit again. Every so often, go revisit something that we haven't done in a while. I've done Everfest relatively recently, but thought I actually had 2 cases of Everfest still. And I was like, I only want to keep one. Let's crack the other. So, here we are. Let's open up some Everfest. First 2 boxes today. Do the other 2 boxes next time. Let's see what we do. Everfest is tricky. It was our second supplemental set. There's a whole lot of meh about Everfest. But really, there's some legit good stuff in it too. Like, even I don't know quite what to make of Everfest overall. There are a few particularly nice pulls to find in Everfest, and then a whole lot of mediocrity. Like, it's always just interesting. You never know quite what's going to happen with Everfest. So, fingers crossed. Let's see what we land on today. Let's pivot this just a tad. There we go. Remembering it's a supplemental set, can just head on straight to the back there. Ride the Tailwind is a first foil, T-Bone, and a potion right off the bat. I'll be curious to see. I know there's been talk about potions, you know, particularly the cold foil ones, maybe starting to be something. And I've been rid of most of mine. So maybe I'll hold on to some of these this time. Maybe. We'll see. There's our first extended art card. Oh, and a Majestic right behind it. So we got an extended art rare. That's the High Striker. How do we want to do this? We'll do extended arts. We'll do kind of our commons can get in the less good spot there. Fancy stuff in the middle. Majestics over there. We got this. So that means probably not a Majestic fancy stuff, which is a little bit disappointing, but you know, what do you do? Bad beats. We got us another Talisman and Slice and Dice, which is actually, it's one of those cards I haven't, you know, worked it into a Dawnblade Dorinthia, though I'm honestly not sure it would be a bad choice there. Oh, that's a good Majestic. That is a Majestic foil fractal replication. I love the art on this card. So that'll go in the cool stuff. And a regular Majestic, Blood on Her Hands. Not a bad pack at all. Another really good card and a cool, if gruesome, piece of art. There's Pry. Ooh. And our cold foil is a good one. That is a Vexing Quill Hand. Dropping it. That's a Majestic cold foil Vexing Quill Hand. I know I have pulled one. I just don't know if I actually kept it, because I never planned to play Runeblade. And I think I pulled one when I was in my... I'm still just trying to build up my lower level stuff and circle back, kind of, which is what I do with most of my sets. Pretty sure I've talked about that. Ooh, Swarming Gloomveil, another good card. Most of the time, first little bit through a set, I only keep up through, like, not cold foil Majestics. There's High Roller for a rare foil. And use the high value, or specifically stuff I'm going to use, like for Dorinthia or whatever. And recoup the rest. That can go in the... that can have its semi-cool pile. And use the rest to kind of recoup my costs and come back to it. And then if I circle back and pick something up again later, there's a Scour. Really, that's our only Majestic so far. Everything else has been pretty dang solid. I forget, like, this set gets poo-pooed on probably just because so much of it was printed. But as far as, like, what's actually in it, I mean, the cold foil potions and talismans are underwhelming, I guess one could say. Ooh, there's a foil slice and dice. But really, like, the big stuff, the Majestics are mostly really good. And then there are a bunch of other staples for different heroes found here and there too. Like, it's really, I think this set legitimately gets a bad reputation. Amulet and Passing Mirage. I mean, Passing Mirage, that's another pretty good card. That, like, there's a lot of stuff in the rare slots. Like, thinking Illusionist. Just a whole lot of good cards that show up. You know, 100 Winds is a decent one, if not a great one. Shows up in Ninja here and there. Especially, I've seen it playing Blitz with Benji. Amulet. There's Shimmers of Silver. At least another decent Majestic. Yeah, see, I mean, Blood on Her Hands, Gloomveil, Shimmers, Knick-Knack Bric-a-Brac's kind of a goofy one, but Fractal Replicate. Like, this is just a good, red T-Bone foil. There really is just a lot of good stuff in this set. I have a hard time with the bad reputation it gets. Talisman and Pierce Reality. That's another fairly common illusionist rare. Fairly commonly found in decks, I mean. Twin Twisters Red, High Striker, and Nerves of Steel. That's another, I don't seem to see. Granted, my local meta just doesn't have a ton of Guardian anyway. I feel like I don't see Nerves of Steel a lot relative to some of the other stuff. There's Timekeeper's Whim, Talisman, and a regular red T-Bone. So we are almost done with this first box. Ooh, another Majestic foil, bingo. That was kind of a, that was one that got a lot of attention early on that has kind of fizzled out a little bit. I think I already have that though. I know I got rid of one early when I was like, I'm not going to play this. I might as well. Ooh, Crown of Reflection. I wish that was a cold foil. I did pull a cold foil crown at one point, but I parted with it. So it'd be nice to have another cold foil. But a Crown of Reflection, we don't frown on Majestic equipment ever. Ooh, and a second cold foil, an Amulet of Assertiveness. So we got two cold foils that box. One of which was a Majestic. The other one's an Amulet. And then we got an Extended Art Rare foil. And two Majestic Rainbow foils with 7 non-foil Majestics. That's not a bad start. Let's see what box 2 does. I'm happy so far. Rolling Thunder, right off the bat, we get a Majestic Rainbow foil. That's one that I see quite a bit popping out from Brutes. I have been finished off by that card at least a couple times. When playing Blitz. Can just write. For what it does, it's a roll a 6-sided die. Your next Brute attack gains plus X attack, where X is the number rolled. If you roll a 6 and you play that with Oath of Steel, another one that I don't see a lot of play out of. because it removes all of, like, you can boost counters, but then you got to ditch them all at the end. Healing Haze Bending. But yeah, Rolling Thunder, you play that on something that's already a monster attack, especially if you intimidate it. Like, play it on Wild Ride and you're getting a 12. I've gotten wrecked for 13 by somebody Rolling Thunder into something. Like, it. There are a lot of good cards in this set. It should not be slept on, and it is pretty cheap right now. Like, honestly, I shouldn't have. I mean, it's 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. I paid more for this case than the current case price is by a pretty decent margin. Bad Beats, High Striker, and Emeritus Scolding. Another, that's a wizard staple. By a pretty steep margin. But yeah, whatever. High Roller, Potion of Luck, and Thunderquake. Only one Majestic this box so far. That's kind of wild. We're almost halfway through it. Granted, especially in these supplemental sets where there are extra multiple. All right, there's a regular Earthlore Bounty. I would love to get the Cold Foil Extended one of these. I've had it and parted with that as well. That's another card I would like to see. But Earthlore Bounty, still not upset ever to see Majestic Equipment. There's In the Swing, even bigger than that, and T-Bone. So we've got 2 Majestics now, but there are multiple slots of what I was saying. So you can get Foil Majestic. You can get just Majestics in so many different slots. So it can change on a dime, basically, and you just hit a ton of Majestics real fast in less so Crucible of War. Ooh, Outlander Skirmish. That's a good one. For, you know, for Kasai or any Axis build. Ooh, Tekla Pounder. That's nice. There's another good Majestic for us. Yeah, boosting a one-hand weapon pretty soundly. Get some copper. So Kasai in particular is a fan of that. Another Emeritus Scolding. It is interesting. You know, there are some decent generics in this set, but this is a set where... Ooh, Smashing Good Time. And there's a Cold Foil Clarity Potion. That is probably our cold foil of this box. But not too bad. At least we got one. My last Uprising had a box lacking one, so I'm just glad to see one. Microprocessor. Not a super spectacular Mechanologist Majestic, but a Majestic nonetheless. We are glad to see it. Twin Twisters, Clarity Potion, and Passing Mirage. So yeah, they're just really, I mean, even in the commons, there are a lot of good cards. You know, there's no real value in commons for most sets, but Emeritus Scolding, blue. There's not a whole lot of common value in most sets, and this one isn't really an exception. Ooh, another Extended Art Rare foil. Okay. Would love to see a Majestic, but we just like seeing the Extendeds in general. We'll take that. I know there are a couple of the rares I'm still missing. One of the ones I've seen may well be one of the ones I'm looking for. I do not recall. Try Shot. You can activate a bow 2 additional times. That might be fun. One of the decks I have built is Azalea. So very much looking forward to Outsiders and seeing if there is some stuff I can swap in, and Try Shot may be a part of those strategies. Just get to activate a bow a lot? Sure thing. Some of those bow abilities are pretty spicy. 100 wins and pick a card. We got 3 packs left for the first 2 boxes of this case. Let's see what we can do with that. Coalescence Mirage. That's actually a pretty... I've been seeing a lot of that in Illusionist builds lately. both Dromai and Prism and Blitz. Pierce Reality. Very nice. High Roller and High Striker. So I would say we are still short one Majestic for par. Let's see. Blade Runner. Hey, there's a Majestic. Fire Breathing. Oh, two Majestics. Fire Breathing and Dissolution Sphere to get us up to 7 for the box. That was a heck of a pack. So that's one of those things. Like that foil slot could have been a Majestic too. You could theoretically have 3 Majestic or better in one of these packs. There are just so many ways you can get Majestics in this set. Not a lot. I don't think any Majestic duplication. Not even between foil and non-foil. Dissolution Sphere, Fire Breathing, Tri-Shot, Microprocessor, Teclopounder, Earthlore, Oath of Steel. None of those were in the first box. Crown, Nerves, Shimmers, Scour, Swarming, Blood, Knick-Knack. And then for foil Majestics, we ended up with Rolling Thunder, Bingo, and Fractal Replication. We didn't have copies of any of those. We got the cold foil Vexing Quill Hand, Clarity Potion, and Amulet of Assertiveness, and 2 extended art rares, Rune Blood and High Striker, which I had off screen. With apologies. But Vexing Quill Hand, that's our... Unless one of the rainbow foil Majestics has jumped up and I don't know it. That's our big hit. That's certainly our hardest thing to hit. So yeah, we are glad to see all that. How about it? So, that is box 1. Not bad at all. 14 non-foil Majestics. 4 total foil Majestics, including the cold foil Vexing Quill Hand. Pretty decent variety. Not bad at all from a box of Everfest. We'll see how the rest of the case does. Here's hoping for an even bigger hit than this Quill Hand. Let's see what we can do. Thanks so much for watching, y'all. I really appreciate your time. Like, subscribe, comment. Tell me what you're opening. Tell me what you're looking forward to in Outsiders. Are you looking forward to Ranger like I am? I know a lot of people are looking forward to Riptide. I might check him out. But really, I just want to boost Azalea. Please. Anyway, thank you so much. Have a great rest of your day. Bye, y'all.